Her very first achievement, which you just get achievements for just playing games, was last month. So she's like, oh gosh, I'm about to be the boss of Xbox. I probably should play some video games on Xbox to really be part of that culture, you know? Or we say right here, do you think the new Xbox CEO would be good for Halo? It's really tough to tell. I mean, for her being like an AI executive, it just is rather concerning. She did say one of her favorite games, top 3 favorite games, one of those was Halo. But I think she means more like Halo 1 that she probably played as a kid. But it's too early to tell, honestly, if it's going to be a win or a W or an L for that. I'm leaning more towards the L because they're associated with AI and Microsoft's big push with AI. So we'll see. You know, basically that's all I can say about that. We'll find out when we find out, really. But I don't really expect anything changing too crazy right now. I mean, I sure hope it's a W. But yeah, she said her favorite games were Halo, GoldenEye, and Valheim. Which I'm like, I'm assuming she means Halo back in 2001 when she played it then was fun. GoldenEye being a game from 1997. And Valheim, I'm sure she probably just got roped in to play with some friends and had a good time for like a couple weeks or something. But you know, she's a business person. She's not like a gamer, you know. I think even like her gamer tag she shared her gamer tag or something like that. And like people were like, dude, do you even play games? Gamer tag. New CEO shared, and shared her gamer tag, and here's what we found. What's the activity like? What's the gamer activity like here, Rasha? Well, she has, on her Xbox account, she has 5 friends, 0 following, and 900 followers at this point right now. Recently played Borderlands 2, Halo Infinite, Forza 5, Ball Pit, whatever Fallout 76. Is that Wordle or something? Minecraft, and Solitaire. And then you can even see like the achievements that she's made on these games too. Very much just starting out, you know? Obviously, you don't have to be like a gamer, right? To like run gaming. Like that's much more of a business person kind of role. Like we've seen that even with like Strauss Zelnick, right? For Take-Two, that CEO. He's straight up saying like, I'm not a gamer, I'm a business person, but I know how to make good businesses with games.
Right.
Do you offer notes on the game? How does that work?
I share my opinions pretty openly. I think being the consumer in chief in an entertainment business as the CEO is probably a mistake. I wasn't the consumer in chief in the movie business or the television business or the music business, even though, you know, I certainly can read a script and I definitely love music and I was a musician. That's not my role. My role is to attract, retain, and motivate the best talent in the business and then get out of their way.
You don't play a lot, so...
Not a lot. I don't play video games.
At all?
No, I do not. I'm not the consumer in chief.
He's been pretty successful with the gaming side of things. He says he's like, I just don't play video games. He's like, I'm in the business though. She has a low gamer score. Is that low? I don't know. I actually don't even know. I'm so out of the loop when it comes to gamer score. 10,000. Like, what's my gamer score? Actually, I don't even know. How do I view that? Like, view Xbox profile? Move this thing out of the way. I'm trying to see my score. I mean, I'm at 24,000. I'm not that much better, but I've also had this account for decades now at this point. I'm not really much of an achievement hunter, you know? You see, I have like 208 friends. I have 100 following. I have over 800 followers. You know, I'm active. I'm there. We should ask her what her KD is on Infinite to really know how much of a gamer she is. You're like, oh, you're a fucking scrub. Trash gamer. But yeah, this is an article right here from... say the newly named Xbox CEO Asha Sharma has shared her gamer tag. So what is she playing and why does it matter? This is a big thing too, just really because like Phil Spencer was a gamer. You know, you would see him online. You know, you could tell that he was passionate about the games. He loved the games about it. I mean, he's been involved with Microsoft Gaming for the longest time. I mean, there was even like this viral clip of like Fallout 76 with Phil Spencer. You can find it right here. Yeah, that's her. I accidentally found Phil Spencer on Fallout 76 right here. If you guys don't know, his gamer tag was P3, making strange noises. And I think I saw there was like also a thing too. I saw there was like they like nuked his like thing or something like that.
This is some next level hater type beat, and we need to talk about it. The CEO of Xbox, Phil Spencer, got nuked in Fallout 76. Here's his gamer tag, P3, and the red area indicating that it got nuked. But who cares though? Like, why is this so funny? Well, the funny part is the guy was interviewed and he actually had some words to say about this whole ordeal. He had some amazing quotes. To quote the guy, trying to take him down was a personal goal for me. What? I never thought about it, but playing an online game and finding the developers or the CEO and having it your mission to take them down is just so funny to me. He's been at this for a while now, and back in April, he tweeted, "Phil better not let me catch him." What? Sending virtual to the CEO is just so funny. He's just some small guy, and he's telling the CEO, "We best not cross paths. I am the one who knocked." But why is this happening in the first place? Last week, Xbox closed down 4 Bethesda game studios.
Oh yeah, this is real.
Tango Gameworks, the ones who make Hi-Fi Rush, Alpha Dog, and Roundhouse. Phil Spencer's like...
True, yeah, literally this was a response to like the studio shutdown. They're like, "Oh yeah, Phil? You don't like what happened, Phil? You know what's gonna happen when you shut down? Get nuked, get rocked, get shot. Yeah, you best not be crossing paths with me." Freaking wild, dude. But yeah, here, okay, so back to Asha though. Back to Asha. But yeah, let's see what it means for Asha. I mean, bold move for Asha to share her gamer tag to the public, because they're like, okay, let's find some dirt, you know. I'm not gonna lie or beat around the bush about it. When somebody tells me they're an Xbox gamer, I ask their gamer tag and I snoop the achievement list and things like that. So when Asha shared a gamer tag on Twitter this afternoon, well, I had to take a crack at it myself. I wish it showed like total hours played or something like that. So I'm going to open up Sharma's gamer tag. She actively playing Borderlands 2, an odd place to start in the series, as there are no other Borderlands games on her card. But hey, you know, whatever. At 59 minutes of playtime, Sharma has unlocked 10 gamer score via secret achievements, fired 342 shots, and landed 30 in-game kills to reach max level of 2. Scrolling to the bottom of Sharma's very first achievement was unlocked in the Master Chief Collection titled Beginning Your Journey on January 15th of this year. Her very first achievement, which you just get achievements for just playing games, was last month. So she's like, "Oh gosh, I'm about to be the boss of Xbox. I should play some video games on Xbox to really be part of that culture, you know?" That's a little concerning. From there, she unlocked a variety of achievements across Halo Reach and Halo 2 multiplayer. I mean, at least she's playing Halo. That's the first step. Being on the Xbox is jumping in and playing some Halo. So I can't. There's other games she could have done. She went into Halo, so I appreciate that. Sharma's very first achievement was unlocked in Master Chief Collection. It's aptly titled "Beginning of Your Journey" on January 15th of this year. So not much of a gamer. But like I said earlier, she doesn't need to be a gamer to have Xbox do well. Maybe that's where Matt Booty kind of comes in, to being like the gamer that's like in the upper management. You know what I mean? At least that's my hope. I don't really vision Matt Booty being much of a gamer either, though. But he's like the head of like content or something like that. So kind of pushing that forward there. Altogether, she has completed 16 missions and played Halo for 13 hours and 3 minutes. She would later spend 18 hours on Halo Infinite and the list Halo as one of her top 3 games of all time on Twitter, though she definitely doesn't specify which Halo she was liking. Her next game was City Skylines Remastered, which she spent 12 minutes with and unlocked 0 achievements. So Larry just installed, played it for a couple minutes and go, okay, that's good. Minecraft fared better, where she at least opened her inventory and broke 10 blocks in about 2.5 hours that she played. Admittedly, she had more achievement success with Minecraft for Windows and Minecraft for iOS, where she managed to unlock 50% and 15% achievements respectively. So she definitely played the mobile version of that. I can see her being much more of a mobile person with being so busy, right? Mega Time sync games like Hogwarts Legacy, Diablo 4, Forza Horizon all found their way into Sharma's gamer card, but her highest achievement completion percentage were mostly in short bursts of indie darlings. She completed Firewatch at 100% back in January 20th of this year. Not a whole lot of gaming, at least on the Xbox side of things. Maybe she was a converted PlayStation player. You can't track the PlayStation stats, you know. Notably absent from Sharma's play history is Xbox largest franchise, Call of Duty. She did dip her toe into EA's Sportsman NFL 26, though only for a whole 2 minutes, leaving it as shortly as, you literally just opened it and closed it at that point. Yeah, but the details that are there can lend credibility to someone who has positioned themselves as a leader in gaming. There's no doubt that Sharma and her team realized how important it was for her to have play history and to show that she has interest in the games, that she now has fundamental role in developing her time as Xbox CEO. So really, it's like, yeah, she's just not much of a gamer, and she's definitely much more involved with the AI side of things. She did say she wanted to avoid AI slop, which, I mean, I think that might just more be kind of a lip service kind of thing. I have to wait and see on that. But seeing that you're the head of Xbox and you just started playing last month. Why? Because she knew that she was about to be the CEO. She's like, oh gosh, I probably should play something. At least like she sat down and actually played like Halo. What's it? It's like 13 hours in Halo Infinite or something like that. I'm guessing that's probably more of a nostalgia. She probably played Halo 1 back in the day, with some friends. And then was like, well, I want to play Halo now. So there's Halo Infinite, so let's give that a go. That's the new game, right? That's the new hotness happening on Xbox, Halo Infinite. Oh, I wish it was, but it's just not the case right now, When you're at that level, like the CEO, you're not really doing things involving gaming. You're doing things more to set up that industry. Now, does it certainly help to be involved with that community? Absolutely. Definitely helps give you that extra little stat pads and some skill points you might want to utilize later on. But you're doing more business decisions. You're not really talking about the games that you're making. You're talking more about like the strategy about setting up your studios for success. And that's more like financially and running the business side of things, right? And I think that's kind of where, like we said with Matt Booty's new position, right? Where he's like he's the chief content officer at Xbox. So I think he's gonna be kind of more like guiding where the content goes. It might be that person that go like, oh hey, we see extraction shooters are super popular. We'll see if we can get like an extraction shooter out there. Or like that suggestion probably wouldn't come from Asha. She'd be the one that kind of go like, oh, those, she'd be the one to look at the numbers and what the ROI on the whole thing would be. That's what she's spending her time on. But the main thing is like, as long as you make the proper business decisions, you course correct, set things in the right direction, then, she might be doing well as a CEO. It's just time will tell, I was kind of hoping for Sarah Bond, honestly. I think a lot of us were as well. Because Sarah Bond is like very much involved with the Xbox. She was very much involved with the games. Like I could tell she like cared, She cared. Like I even had some friends who worked in playtest, and like Sarah Bond's kid would like come by and playtest like, games, and then, she would come by and like kind of check things out, be part of it. Then she's part of like the on the ground level, like testing out the games and stuff like that. She's there. And I don't see Asha doing that. You know what I mean? I see her being the business person. I don't see her being the, I don't see her jumping on the Fallout 76 and having an encampment and then having to get nuked because you closed down a bunch of studios and laid off a bunch of your workers. That's still pretty funny though. Only 2 minutes in EA Sports games gives me a hope. Not really. True. I mean, yeah, it's like, you definitely know that was like definitely just like a suggestion from somebody. She's like, I will give it a download and see what these video games are all about, And then she probably like was like, oh, but it's football. I don't care, Like that's literally just installing the game. If you have 2 minutes into it, that's literally like installing it and like probably creating your EA account. I think that's literally all she did then, and then probably went off to do something else.